Hey guys, so I wanted to make a little bit of an update video to the video I made yesterday, which was talking about the 3-hour long interview that I was going into with the home health agency. And I was offered the job yesterday. So I basically told them that I would be willing to do live-in work, which is either 3 days a week or 4 days a week, and that I would be willing to do overnights because those are the shifts that work for me. I'm actually here again this morning for orientation because I have another hearing test, and then I have to go meet my new primary care doctor on Thursday, which is tomorrow, and that's when the orientation was actually supposed to be. So I am here to do orientation today. There's one other person doing orientation with me today. So, the orientation tomorrow was supposed to be, from 10 o'clock to 1:30 or something like that, and it is at 11 today. So, I don't know how long it's going to be since there's only me and one other person going to be doing orientation with the HR lady. But I'm just looking forward to it. I really liked what they had to say about how their company is family oriented, and it's like a big family basically. And then they also put a lot of focus on their caregivers. They do a lot of different things for their caregivers, and I definitely appreciate that because working as a CNA for the last 2 years, I didn't feel appreciated by really any of the facilities that I worked for, which kind of made it hard to go to work every day. It was kind of like I didn't really want to go to work most days, just because it sucked having to go to a place where you didn't really feel valued and you didn't really feel like the work that you were doing really mattered to the people who were supervising you or whatever, however you'd like to say it. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous, but I feel like this was a good move. And like I said, I accepted the job yesterday. It is a little bit of a pay cut compared to what I was making at the nursing home. But honestly, with everything that I won't have to deal with, that I had to deal with at the nursing home, and plus I got hired on a management track, so within 12 months of employment I can be a manager, as long as I follow and meet all of the requirements. I will be a manager in a year, so that's pretty good. And then they give pay raises every 3 months, so it's super nice, and I like the way that they do things here. After I get done here, I need to go do some store audits that I scheduled myself for. So that'll be good because I need extra money. But I don't know. I have this whole packet folder of information that I had to bring. I had to bring, of course, all the new hire paperwork back, and then I had to bring my driver's license, social security card, things like that, and then car insurance, because they pay mileage here. Since you're going to people's homes, they do pay mileage, so they need you to have car insurance, plus the client or patient that you are taking care of can have you go do errands for them. So they need you to have insurance, and especially if you're bringing the client to and from medical appointments, then obviously you would need insurance for that too. But yeah, the interview process was just really, it was kind of overwhelming yesterday. Like I said, I got here at 12:15, somewhere around there. This building isn't very far from my house, but this isn't where I'm going to be working. I'll actually be working in someone's home. When I got here, they had me go into a room, fill out like paperwork for a background check, and then do a home health aide competency test. And I did that, and then he said I only got one question wrong, which was great. I knew I was going to get it wrong anyway because it confused me. And then after that, when we were done with the test, we were supposed to go take a drug test, and I'm going to make another video talking about the drug test just because of what happened with the drug test. And I will explain that to you in that video. After the drug test, they had us kind of sit around and wait for everybody to get done, and then they split us into two groups. So my group was the first one to sit in the room with the owner while he explained like everything about the company and the pay scale and how it works and the management track and things like that. And just kind of like what he looks for in employees and things like that and what's important to him. So then that was about an hour. After that, we switched, and my group went and did a skills test. So like I said in the video giving you guys interview tips, I did have to do a skills test, talking about like mouth care, bathing, transferring, making beds, things like that. I did have to do that. And then after that, they basically graded us on the competency test and then the skills test. You had to get at least a B on both in order for him to hire you. And I got an A on both, which was great. And then after the skills portion, then we did one-on-one interviews with the owner. And it was then that he hired me. And I was like second to last person to do the one-on-one interview, so I was kind of getting a little nervous. They didn't hire everybody. There was a pretty large group of women. I was the only person who was not black, which surprised me because a lot of people that I've talked to that do caregiving, excuse me, were or are Hispanic or white, doing like home health. And yeah, it was just interesting because, you know, it was like 20 people and I was the only person. But I mean, there's no issue with that, obviously. And then after the one-on-one interviews and everybody who was hired had been told that they were hired, then we had like a little meeting to go over like what we needed to bring with us to orientation and when orientation would be and all of that stuff. I'm kind of sad that I had things scheduled for tomorrow because I would have liked to meet the owner's wife, the co-owner. But, you know, I'm sure I'll meet her at some point. But anyways, it is about 10:30 now, so I'm going to get ready to go inside and have her scan all of my documents and things like that and get this show on the road. So, like I said, I will make a video talking about the drug test and what happened with that. And, yeah, it's an interesting story. So I will let you guys know, and I'm about to go do my orientation. Bye, guys.